The Animators Club.
And welcome to the third episode of the Animators Club. The Animators Club is completely dedicated to people interested in animation. First up, Rob Shiloh's Defeat Death.
Challenge me, or hell be thy fate.
We've got a pulse. Nurse, the defibrillator. We're losing him again. Come on, stay with us. Stay with us. He's calming down. He's got a stable pulse. I think he's going to be okay. As for you, you'll be on your feet in no time.
It's now time to jump into the nitty-gritty of animation with tricks of the trade.
Hey guys, Skubz here again, ready to talk about another of our 12 principles of animation. Last week we talked about pose to pose. If you remember, that was our original keyframe, and our last keyframe, and then animating in between. Well, another style of animation you can use to add a bit more, say, fluidity or zaniness or spontaneity to your animation is straight ahead. You begin with the original frame, and then you just go forward. There's no end, no middle, and you just keep going. As I said, this is great for loose, flowing animation, but you can kind of get lost. So there are advantages and disadvantages to both, but that is straight ahead.
Walking down Flinders Street today, trying to catch a tram into uni, and I almost got hit by a car. Policeman herded me off the road and asked me some questions about it, and someone had run a red light and was that far away from me, and it was really scary.
And that was a fantastic example of the principle straight ahead. And now it's time for an animation, Little. Jumping straight into chroma key with the fabulous Bridgette.
Thanks, Tigger. The Animators Club is a community of people who may or may not know each other, who are connected by their passion for animation. Each club member can share tricks, their ideas, and their artwork. This is the wonderful world of chroma key. With one flick of a switch, I am safe again. The special blue wall disappears when a background is added. One moment, a blue background. Next, I am thrust into a thriller. The Animators Club allows you to change the background with your photos, drawings, or computer work. Your artwork can be out of this world. It can be really out of this world. It can be exciting. It can be romantic. It can be not so romantic. It can be a painting, photograph, or computer drawing. We need your creations for me to stand in front of. We call this Change the Blue Wall.
Please send your chroma key backgrounds to our email or postal addresses, which should be on the screen right now. Let's get into the minds of some creative geniuses. This is Knock on the Door.
I'm outside the camera clinic. It's a place where they repair cameras and they secretly animate. They've been working on a very special animated character called F.O.N.K. Wayne, nice to meet you. Thank you very much for coming on the Animators. So how did you develop F.O.N.K?
The character itself, we needed to have a camera, but we couldn't have a camera that just stood up and walked like a human body. So we wanted to have the animation and of something walking, but not with two legs, because that was always difficult. It was very difficult to do with say, a blob that doesn't have a hip or a torso or anything that can twist.
So how did you do it with 3 legs?
3 legs.
For a tripod?
Well, with a tripod, it was something that we thought about for a while, and we thought, well, what's the key aspects of walking for a human? And it's the centre of gravity that we had to take notice of, and where the centre of gravity would shift to and from when you were to raise a leg, which is 1/3 the weight of the other 2 legs, and push it forward. There's a natural tendency to want to topple over. So with a little bit of experimentation, we worked out that it could be physically done with the creature F.O.N.K tilting back and forward to shift the centre of gravity to raise the leg forward to walk. So,
okay, so F.O.N.K was back. What was happening with the 3 legs?
Okay, so when
he was in the furthest position back.
Yeah, exactly. So in the furthest position back, that would shift the tendency to shift the centre of gravity backwards, and he'd want to fall backwards. But with the centre leg forwards, in between the other 2 legs, a bit like Jake the Pegger leg,
yes,
the 3-legged man. With the third lead forward, it pulls the weight forward. And then that could be placed down, and a bit like a kangaroo would balance on that one leg for that moment while the other two walk up and catch up with it. We did experiment with a tripod and weighted cameras and bent a few different points on it just to see when it would topple and what sort of strength you would need. And physically it is possible. Physically it's definitely possible to do. So that's what our character came from. We put some eyes on it, eyelashes to associate it, and the eyes are probably the most expressive part of a person.
What about the soundtrack? Because you're obviously, there's promotion and you've got to watch copyright. What did you do?
Okay, difficulty with copyright is that there is audio available, but anything that's older than 50 years wasn't going to be appropriate for us, and that's when the copyright sort of drops off. So we decided to work our own audio into the project. So we sampled digital cameras and analog cameras firing and triggering, and reversed them and added some effects to those, and put together a pretty funky, cool little track.
Thank you very much, Wayne, for your help. I really appreciate
You're welcome,
it.
man.
It's been fantastic to hear all your stories.
Yeah.
It's great.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks, Annie. Driven with passion? Now it's time to draw with passion with Adam and Khyan.
Thank you, Tigger. Welcome back. Now, today we are going to draw a male and female head. Khyan is going to draw a male head.
I am. Last week we already looked at the guidelines, the outline of the face and all that. So I'm just going to start off straight away doing the male, and I'm just going to put in the eyes. Here's where they are. And you want to space them far apart. You don't want them to be too far in. In the ears, in line with the eyes. I'm going to put his eyes in. Throw the irises in as well. Maybe get a little bit of glare from whatever light he's looking at. And whilst I'm drawing this, I'm also thinking about what I want the character to be. If he's a gruff character, like a thug or something like that, or he's more elegant, like a refined businessman or something silly like that. So this character's looking a bit childlike, so I might toughen him up just a little bit. So I'm going to give him some scars, like a lip scar, maybe a nose scar.
He's been in the wars, hasn't he?
He has been in the wars.
Face scars of pride.
Yes. And I'm going to give him some anger lines. So he's looking pissed off. He has been in the wars. He's an angry fella. And maybe a nose piercing as well. He's a punk veteran from the wars. And I'm just going to get rid of the guidelines whilst I'm doing this as well. And I probably won't put in too much eyebrow. And on the ears, maybe give him some piercings just for fun. And maybe give him some cheekbones, a bit of cheek structure. And with the hair, just put the hairline in. You want to leave room for the brow. So we'll make it up here, so there's a lot of room for the brow. So you can add some more lines, because he might be old, he might be young, who knows. And we'll just give him like a crew cut. Very kind of Duke Nukem haircut.
Yes, it does.
And yeah, so then just clean it up a little bit. We'll also add a neck as well. So you want a thick neck, because he's a tough man. And put the like the little Adam's apple in, so the line's going down there, and like all the sinew as well. And maybe the traps, sorry, not triceps, the traps. I'll just put them in. Yeah, that's your typical male, apparently.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So over to you.
Thanks, Khyan.
That's right.
He's very angry. Very angry. Alright, now I'm going to do a female head. Now female's a lot more elegant. She's not going to look like she's been through the wars, is she? Now, I'm going to start off with the hair. Strange place to start, but I do. I'm going to do the hair, coming down across the eyes like that. Now, come around there. Now she's gonna have her hair, that's her face. Now, do the neck, not like this, but a female is much more thin, much more petite, like that. Now, the eyes are going to be a lot more bigger angle, more higher up, like that. I'm going to rub that out in a minute, something like that. There we go. Okay, now the nose is a lot different to that. Alright, now the mouth, she puts lipstick on. Now, do the eyeballs, put a bit of shadow. And she looks quite angry at the moment. I'm going to fix that. Now she's going to have piercings as well. So, I'm going to do an earring. Just like that. Now I'm going to give her a bit of a, like a hairpin. Alright, cross like that, like that. That's how you draw a female. Okay? Now you can draw her with different hairstyles if you want. That's what's fun about girls, you can do lots of different hairstyles.
Cool. So as you can see, our styles are completely different, which I think is awesome.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go. Basic male, basic female. We added a few things, of course, but you know, spice it up a little bit. So yeah, back to you, Tigger.
Let's jump into a quick animation called Poppy Heartwood. Hark! I hear a soundtrack speak.
Hi, my name is Kent. I'm one of the composers for the Animators Club. I came up with some ideas or try to think about what exactly you would hear while walking through a forest in the middle of the night. And if you listen, you'll hear a lot of usually animals, just a lot of the night animals, so I put a lot of those type of sound effects in. For this particular one, the very first one, I wanted to try and show a very calming night. So you've got a lot of owl effects, some distant frogs. This time to suggest a more scary situation. Once it's a forest, so you can go through some very interesting ideas at the same time. And I approached it more of the classic horror type idea. So in this particular one, I used thunderclaps, high wind sounds, very rustly night. You'd be like going to some like a haunted house or something like that and being very, very scared. I also used the classic howling wolves, and this is also kind of justified because you've got the full moon. I also used some sort of heavy rain effects to really hammer home the point of, yes, it's a very windy and scary type of night, and it's not safe to be in the forest right now.
Did you know that the track Money by Pink Floyd originally had the sound of a coin rolling around a metal dish for its introduction? No? Interesting really, isn't it? This image is of Rob Shiloh's Hospital. Now, one of our club composers has created a complete soundtrack out of household items. Do you think you can do one? We'd love to hear one. Hit us up with this challenge. And once again, we've come to the end of another fantastic episode of the Animators Club. Thanks so much for watching. Now, if you have any submissions that you'd like to enter into our chroma key competition or our soundtrack competition for the hospital scene, then please do so. Our email and postal address should be on the screen right now, and our website is filled with amazing information to do with tonight's show. Thank you once again. I will see you next week for the 4th edition of the Animators Club. My name's Tigger, and I'll see you then.